Now here's editor Jen Monroe on Jasmine Mans. As someone who has a minor in poetry, what can I say? I have a lot of feelings. I do a ton of lurking online for up and coming poets. So about 5 years ago, it was impossible to miss Jasmine Mans' viral video of her poem, Footnotes for Kanye. I swear I'm responsible for at least 100 of the nearly 1 million views. Jasmine is a competitive spoken word poet who draws large crowds and has been featured on HBO and opened for the likes of Mos Def and Janelle Monáe, and has been called our new favorite poet on the internet by Nylon, and someone who will send chills down your spine by Glamour. Her poems, and Jasmine herself, are intelligent, ferocious, and full of heart. I can't wait for you to meet her and Black Girl Call Home. Thank you. So here's Jasmine.
My fairy godmother left today, took up her wings and fluttered away, heard the Holy Ghost hummed a note that rang in her soul, made us believe that there was really something special about a Christmas Eve right in the middle of the ghetto. There may not be anything under this tree, no gifts from three kings, but boy, can that girl sing, holding notes as strong as wooden Baptist church pews, with back pockets holding the Bibles and sins of some men who would scurry away but find an early Sunday morning to come back for them, chasing a sound that could turn a pumpkin into a chariot, made us believe that Cinderella was a Black girl with a chance at forever if she had a little faith and some measuring tape, a little glitter and a whisper that could grant you one last wish or last kiss. God placed you in the dreams of every brown girl with a fairy tale in her heart and a prayer stumbling up the stairs of her throat with no proof that anyone could ever hear it. When we applauded your name, could you hear it? When you were drowning, could anybody hear it? Why'd you have to be the one to remind us that the clock strikes 12, that we die just too soon, that some girls really end up naked in their bathrooms, that the curtains can just close on a high note, that you can find heaven and a quick fix on the same street, and the bricks leaving you with regrets that will run your throat dry, that'll make you take some secrets to the grave, yet can make a flower blossom right up out of concrete. Nork unfolded her baby back into its soil, placed you between her palms in a psalm, a Black girl with faith as blind as the wind, yet as real as its whisper, forcing us all to remember that God can look at you, sins and all, and still think that you are beautiful enough to die for. Whitney, I believe in miracles because of you. Promised to tell my daughter about you, about the day that God turned 1,000,000 mice into men that would carry your body to the gates of heaven. I believe that there is a glass slipper and a pair of wings for you and every girl from Newark with a dream that it is the most beautiful, beautiful ball, beckoning us all to just dance with somebody. Birmingham. Mama said the bomb wasn't meant for me. I think it was meant for Pastor Martin because he be having them dreams. Maybe those white men didn't know that little Black girls, we be going to church too. And we be folding our hands, praying, and we be taking communion just like their daughters do. Maybe if I wore my church shoes, the bad men would have never came for me. I knew they matched my dress, but they always just be hurting my feet. I be thinking, did God christen the bombs that exploded my flesh into sacrifice? And do anybody be hearing them sacrificial scriptures spoken in tongues, claiming Christ before everything went boom? Before the smoke and rubble baptized these collapsing bones? Maybe if they knew that we were like the most beautiful flowers right before the wind and the dirt began playing tug of war with the delicates of our petals. Mama said, it only took one man to die for the sins of this entire world. So how did that man let this church tremble on my soul? And I don't remember there being enough holy water to stop the smoke or to calm the burning. Mama said some heartbreaks just be too hard to swallow at communion, that some serpents be finding salvation in baptismal pools, that some church mice be screaming America's dirty little secrets. Mama said some deaths just be too black and too white to be labeled holy, that some sacrifice comes without permission, that some sacrifice comes without fair warning, that God can't always protect you from the boogeyman, so some baby girls will reach the pearly gate and they won't be tall enough to turn the handle. Mama said some men will be too guilty to claim innocence with Christ, but what did I do? I never wanted to play with the white girls. I never asked for integration. I wanted roller skates, an extra piece of cake after dinner time. Sometimes I'd be thinking, maybe God was too busy trying to protect Martin to think about us. I ain't ever asked for that man's dream. But Mama just keeps saying that his dream just been asking for me. My name is Jasmine Mans, and I wrote a small poetry book called Black Girl, called Home, about finding home and making your way home and making yourself a home. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for listening.